thousands of people turned out for the Monster Convention. It's great. The relaunch of Famous Monsters, a film and magazine.
I love that magazine.
Actually, it's more than a magazine. It's more like a catalog. It's like that thick.
This will be our 14th season this Halloween season, and we're going to be adding a new attraction, dropping our price to $18 this year for the economy. And we're also doing a movie called Creeporia with John Semper Jr. from Burbank, California. And we'll be filming in August between 15th and 30th. One of our characters, this is Gilbert. We have 47 characters in this movie that we're making. Bonaparte, Dickie. Hi, Dickie. And Igor. John Semper Jr. has a resume longer than my arm, and it's just amazing the amount of people he knows and the connections that he's got. And we're very proud to be working with him.
I was absolutely right about the fate of the zombie population.
My name is Lenny Lies, and I was a featured zombie in Dawn of the Dead called Machete Zombie. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Every minute. I worked on the crew too. I was a group. So I did set up the lights, cameras, killed a few people here and there. Not just a few. I just had a really good time. It was a great first film for a kid coming out of college. It was a great first film. It was like mind-blowing. Good evening, friends. It was a lot of work though. You know, we worked 14, 16-hour days. Sometimes 7 days a week, most of the time 6 days. When you went home, you were very zombistic. We all thought it was going to be very successful. But not, you know, like 30 some odd years later at a convention talking to you. I mean, did I ever imagine is no.
These are magnets, as you're saying.
I just worked on the crew, had a great time, got to play a zombie. Had no idea how popular that was going to be. I was just thinking, I'd like it not to be cut out.
Yeah.
So it's something I can share with my kids.
Yeah.
Well, my kids think it's great. I have 4 boys, and they love the whole idea. Right? And they're 9, 14, 15 and a half, and 18. So they've grown up knowing their dad's Machete Zombie, which is kind of fun, right? You know?
There you go. Who got the camera? Oh, this one here? There you go. Hey, how you doing?
My name is Ruby LaRocca. I'm an actress, B-movie, cult movie actress for about 10 years now. Now I have my own production company. The name of my production company is Chainsaw Kiss. So if you like Google Chainsaw Kiss or Ruby LaRocca, you'll get all of our stuff. We're in the middle of making our first feature-length film, which is called Blood Wings. And this is a still from the movie. And then the first movie that I wrote and directed is called Belated by Valentine's Lover, and that's actually the poster for it over there. And it's on this disc. My movie right now is playing at festivals all over the country. The next one's in San Francisco's the San Francisco Indie Fest. But some of my movies play on Showtime and Cinemax at night. Missy Monday and I have been in many, many, many movies together. So that's pretty much where I got my start. I love meeting my fans, and like so my website's kind of new, so I have an entire section that's just going to be for conventions and people I meet at conventions. So anyone who's like, come to my table today, I'm taking their pictures too, so I can put it up on my website, like write their names down, link it to their Facebooks, you know, because I love meeting my fans. I feel very, very lucky that people even know who I am. You know, it's a really, really amazing feeling to have like people come up to you and want to talk to you, want to see your newest movie, want your autograph. All that stuff is just amazing to me.
Had to put my line in. You bang!
Michael Nicolosi. I was the voice of Clown on the HBO series for 3 years. I got into that. I was doing, actually, turned myself down a little bit.
She's got a child you couldn't give her.
Actually, I was doing classical theater in San Francisco at American Conservatory Theater. I was doing Richard III with a director there named Jack Fletcher. And Jack Fletcher got hired to do the animated series for the first year. He said, hey, I'm doing this show I got hired to do, and there's this guy, Todd McFarlane. He's got this script, and I think he'd be great to play Tony Twist. Tony Twist was supposed to be a New York gangster. So I said, yeah, sure, that sounds fun. And they handed me the script, and within the script was clown sides. So I read it. I read through Clown. I was like, this is the guy. He's a native of hell. You know, he's come to Earth to begin Armageddon. He's picked this clown body, which is like 4 foot tall, 400-pound guy who eats garbage. You know, you gotta love him. You gotta love him. So I read the clown part, and obviously no one knew what he sounded like because he didn't have a voice yet. But I said, you know, I think he should come from he comes from hell as the violator. It's his natural body, and he comes to Earth and. So I think that should be incorporated into a sound kind of like it's come from the dead in hell and he comes out of it back up to earth. And he thinks everything's funny, you know. So and he laughed at everything because, you know, Armageddon is a great time, you know. So he gets so I do the voice for him and I read that scene you were just shooting and he sits there and he's listening. That's the guy. That's Clown. So he auditioned 1,000 guys. I've been auditioning people for the past year. So you're the guy, man. I'm hiring you on the spot. That is the voice of Clown. I knew what he was in my head. I knew how he'd sound when I hear it, but I had to hear it. That's the guy. So that's how I got the job. You heard.
We're looking to get Sammy Terry as a permanent exhibit in either the Indiana State Museum or any of the other museums around. He's been an icon in Indiana, having his television show for over 30 years, which is very rare, and it is the longest running horror movie host in the nation. So it's quite an honor for our state to have Sammy as part of us, and he influenced so many people's lives and generations now that it would be wonderful to have that kind of as part of our permanent heritage in one of the museums. So we're taking a kind of a petition, or it's more of a support for Sammy to be inducted in one of them and have a permanent place there.
Ciao Nouveau. You should have been here.